France, the land of romance, revolution, and refined culture. A place where liberty, equality, and fraternity are not just words, they're a national identity. But behind the Eiffel Tower and the croissants, there's another France. A France where protests burn in the streets, where marginalized voices cry out, and where the dream of equality feels broken. Today, on Truth Travels, we uncover the deep cracks in France's image. A country that claims to be colorblind, yet faces rising racism, identity struggles, and unrest. This is France's hidden problem with racism and identity. To understand France's problem, you have to understand how it sees itself. Unlike countries like the United States, which accept hyphenated identities like African American or Asian American, France believes everyone is simply French. No labels, no categories, just one people, united under the Republic. But here's the issue. That ideal ignores real-world differences, and more importantly, real-world discrimination. In France, the government doesn't collect data based on race or ethnicity. It's illegal, so technically, there are no official statistics on how many black or Muslim people live in France. It's all in the name of equality. But in practice, it means inequality is invisible. You can't fight racism if you can't even talk about race. France's strict secularism, called laïcité, is central to its national identity. Religion is supposed to stay private, especially in public spaces like schools and government buildings. But that idea has caused huge controversy, especially with France's Muslim population. In 2004, France banned religious symbols in public schools, including the Islamic hijab. In 2010, it went further, banning full face coverings like the niqab. Supporters say it's about protecting women's rights and keeping religion out of public life. But critics, especially Muslim women, say the laws target Islam unfairly, and that it's not about freedom, but control. Imagine being a teenage girl told you must choose between your faith and your education. That's the reality for many young French Muslims today. While tourists see Paris as beautiful and refined, just outside the city lies a very different world. The Banlieues. These are France's suburbs, but not the rich kind. They're home to many working-class immigrants, especially from former French colonies like Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia. Here, unemployment is high, opportunities are low, and police presence is heavy. The Banlieues have become symbols of segregation and neglect. Not officially, but socially, they are separated from the rest of France. In 2005, two teenagers, Zaid and Bouna, died while running from police. Their deaths sparked nationwide riots that lasted weeks. In 2023, history repeated itself when 17-year-old Nahel Merzouk was shot by police during a traffic stop. The country erupted again. These aren't isolated incidents. They're symptoms of a deeper wound. For years, France's far-right politics were on the fringe. But not anymore. Marine Le Pen, leader of the National Rally Party, has brought nationalism into the mainstream. She blames immigrants for crime, economic decline, and the loss of French values. Her party calls for tougher immigration laws, bans on religious clothing, and a crackdown on dual citizenship. Many French citizens, especially in rural and older communities, feel left behind. And Le Pen gives them someone to blame. In 2022, she made it to the final round of the presidential election. And in 2027, she might win. This shift isn't just about politics. It's a sign that France's unity is cracking. France once ruled a vast empire, stretching across Africa, the Middle East, the Caribbean, and Southeast Asia. Today, many French citizens trace their roots back to these former colonies. But the legacy of colonialism still hangs heavy. While Germany publicly acknowledges the Holocaust, France has been slow to admit its own colonial crimes, from massacres in Algeria to slavery in the Caribbean. Textbooks barely cover it, apologies are rare, and public discussion? Almost non-existent. Immigrants from these regions often feel they're treated as second-class citizens in the country their ancestors helped build. Until France reckons with its colonial past, it will struggle to build a united future. The biggest challenge in France may not be racism itself, but the refusal to acknowledge it. When people of color speak out, they're told they're dividing the country. When someone wears a hijab, they're told they're rejecting French values. It's a system where you can be French, but only if you hide who you are. Artists, athletes, and activists have tried to start conversations, but many face backlash, censorship, or being labeled ungrateful. In France, race is both everywhere and nowhere. France is a country of beauty, art, and idealism. Its motto, liberty, equality, fraternity, has inspired revolutions across the world. But in the 21st century, those ideals are being tested. Can France truly be equal without recognizing its differences? Can it be free if people are punished for their identities? And can it claim unity if so many feel excluded? The answers are complex. But one thing is clear. France's struggle isn't just political, it's personal. It's about who belongs, who is seen, and who gets to write the story of the nation. This has been Truth Travels. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Because every story deserves to be told, even the uncomfortable ones.